Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We are going to start with a brief video about how what Hello everyone. We are going to start with a short video of what is included in APM Crash course, right? So, first of all, let's start with the common issues of advanced performance management, and let's discuss why generally students fail or why generally students feel difficult in passing advanced performance management paper, right? So the first and the most important thing is students struggle in understanding the question requirement, what they are supposed to do, what they are supposed to write. That is something which generally students find difficult because in APM paper generally requirement is embedded, right? So what you see in the question is a requirement section is generally not the complete requirement. For requirement you have to go back to the question and see what is the basic need or what the students are supposed to discuss in the answer. So that's, I believe, a tricky part. The second one is time management issues. It's extremely common in APM paper that students complete 85 marks paper or maybe 90 marks paper, and they generally leave 15, 20 marks requirement in in their paper because they somehow couldn't don't won't be able to complete their papers. Students don't consider the marking scheme, and that's basically the reason why they have time management issues because they generally override in the paper like 15 marks question, 16 marks requirement. They generally write a lot. So it's extremely important for you to understand how much you should write for 2 mark answer, or maybe I mean if you split 16 marks into marking scheme, so how much you are supposed to write for each point. That's extremely important because you can complete the whole point in 3 or 4 lines. You can also complete your point in 2 lines. So if you're writing 4 lines, it will take more time. If you're writing completing your answer in 2 lines, it will take less time, right? So that's basically what you have to practice a lot, right? And in case of unsuccessful attempt, they don't understand what actually went wrong and why they flunk in the paper. Because when you ask students after exam, they say that ma'am paper went really well, but and they are reasonably sure of getting 65, 70 marks, but unfortunately sometimes their expectations don't meet because somehow they don't write according to what the requirement of the examiner is, right? So according to them they have written perfectly, but examiner point of view is generally different, right? And how you can improve this is extremely important. If you are if you just have 1 month left and you are reappearing in APM paper, so it's extremely important for you to understand how you can improve your answer. You have to cover the whole syllabus, especially the areas where advantages, disadvantages are required. So these are something which generally is not given in the scenario. Generally you have to connect those points with the scenario, so that's important. Read the requirement very carefully and address all the issues. Sorry, address all the issues. This and should not be here. You have to address all the issues which are required from you. So you are not supposed to miss any point. That's the most important thing. Apply all the knowledge to the business scenario. You know, application is something which is extremely important, and this is the area where students are actually lacking. Let me tell you a very simple example. There was a question in 2017 or 2018 where examiner asked students to identify the properties of a service business with respect to Colmog. Colmog was the name of company. So what students did is they actually highlighted what are the general properties of service organization without connecting it with Colmog. So if you are not connect, if you're writing a general theory and you are not connecting it with the scenario, examiner will, despite of the fact that you have written correctly, examiner will not give you marks because we just have written general theory. You didn't connect it, like let's suppose benchmarking, the problems of benchmarking. So if you are telling general issues in benchmarking, that means you are just copy and pasting the bookish material, right? You have to apply the same material with respect to the company, that why this can be a problem for company. That's basically what examiner wants to know from you. And then justification of whatever you are writing in your paper. This is extremely important. Or whenever you appear in APM paper, whatever you are writing, whether you are advising, whether you are evaluating, whether you are commenting, whatever you are doing, you have to justify your answer. Justification, without justification you cannot pass your APM paper, and this is generally where students are actually lacking. And you have to practice as many question papers as you can, at least last 5 year papers. These are extremely important because these will show you the latest trend or latest exam, how examiner is actually, what sort of question examiner is actually asking. That's basically present in last 5 years. So when I'm saying you have to practice, practice doesn't mean that you just need to read the question and write the answers in bullet point. You're supposed to write the whole answer. Let's suppose you are practicing for section A. You should write all the whole complete answer of section of that question. I mean, at 1 hour and 30 minutes, or maybe 1 hour and 40 minutes, right? So that's basically what do I mean by practice. And don't uh, try to do it in examination environment. Don't try to take breaks before within the question, because that will spoil the essence of practice. Read examiner comments if it's available. Definitely all the comments are available. You should read the examiner comments. You should know what examiner is actually complaining, right? Now, what is included in the crash course? Lectures on important topics, those topics which are important for APM. I have included all those lectures in crash course pack. Past paper question, I have also included the application of topics by using the past paper. Notes are available, mock paper and debriefing session. I will share a mock paper with you and debriefing sessions, right? You can attend 2 live sessions where I will discuss how to write the answer. Checking of answer scripts. If you share your answer scripts with me, I can give you my feedback on those answer scripts. WhatsApp support will be there. If you have any query, any issue, you can ask. And definitely you will be provided with webinar access, which will be, I think, 2 days webinar. We will discuss major issues of APM and how we are supposed to solve the question, or maybe the recap of APM paper, right? So that's basically what is included. Now, if you will go through the KKDL platform, you will find questions like this. Like for example, there will be a question part A where I have mentioned that what sort of topics are included in part A, what sort of topics are included in part B. So you don't need to search for the topics, right? So this is basically how we are going to cover APM. Basically, what you have to do, basically, you have to focus on writing the answer, because writing, explaining complete answer is the key for APM to pass the paper. All right. So see you on the in the crash course. Hopefully, take care. Bye bye.